Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be opening up the Pendulum Domination Structure Deck. I know this came out, like a week and a half ago or something like that, but they were all sold out at my local stores, so I went to my locals this past Wednesday to see if they actually had it, and they actually had it. But I've been so busy over the last couple of days that I haven't had a chance to actually open it up and put it up on the channel. So that is what we are doing today. We're going to be opening up the Pendulum Domination Structure Deck. This is probably going to be my main deck that I play this format. A lot of you guys I know out there do enjoy DDDs. A lot of this is some new support. I know a lot of DDD players out there have been waiting for this structure deck since a year ago. I think it came out like in December or January of last year. But it's such a good deck. Actually, it's a very good deck, so it would definitely be a competitive meta deck, but it's still pretty expensive because even though the structure deck does have a lot of the new stuff in it, it doesn't have a lot of the things that are important because the deck really revolves around the extra deck. So there's a lot of things that the deck is missing still, sadly. But hang on, give me a second. There's the playmat. We have Beowulf. I forget what this one's called, but that's Beowulf. This is I forget what he's called, but that is Siegfried. I know that. So Beowulf and Siegfried. I forget these two guys' names right here. And now I believe this over here in the corner is Newton over here. Newton. But Copernicus, I think that's called. Copernicus, I believe that one. I could be wrong. But on the back, as you'll see, it shows you all the some of the basic combos of the deck with Salvin Kepler and the contracts. How to go into Beowulf and Siegfried and everything else. Then there's a lot of stuff that, you're going to have to pick up, like the slimes. You're going to have to definitely pick up the slimes. They're pretty cheap right now, but I've seen some people going up to like $2-3 trying to sell them. So they may be expensive down the road. You need your Thomas. You need one of those at least. You need your Fusion and Synchro that are not out yet. You also need your Crystal Wing. So there's a lot of things that are still needed for the deck. Luckily, I picked them all up because the structure deck came out a year ago. And you also get your booklet too for your new, what guide is it? Does it say like 2.5, whatever? No, it doesn't. That just says beginner's guide. But yeah, the structure deck came out in Japan over a year ago, Pendulum Domination. And I picked up everything I needed except the Ragnaroks, because the fact of the matter was, I looked at it and I was like, well, everything, it looks like, I picked up all the things that I didn't look like it was going to be in the structure deck, like the slimes and everything else, but except the Ragnaroks, because the Ragnaroks have been for a long time, like a $5 rare, a $4 rare. So I was like, I'll just wait for the reprint because I got a feeling it's going to happen, and it did happen. So I'm happy I made that wise investment of picking everything else I would need for the deck when it came out, except the Ragnaroks. So pretty much everything was pretty cheap. But first we got 3 DDD Chaos King Apocalypse. I thought it was Armageddon, but it's Apocalypse. DDD Diabolical King Beowulf, which is, I wish they would make just an archetype based off Beowulf. I mean, yes, I know this is Beowulf based off, the Norse legends, but I've always told people, like, I want an archetype based off just Beowulf and Grendel. DD Orthoros, DD Limia, I can't pronounce your name. DDD Cursed King Siegfried. Those are all your hollows you get right there. Though there are a lot of new reprints, I think, for the archetype. I'm just looking quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of reprints that we haven't gotten over here. So DDD Newton, that's a new card. DD Salvin Newton, so I was right, that was Newton, and this was Copernicus. DDD Copernicus. DDD King Armageddon, we haven't had a print of that over here in the TCG. DDD Cerberus, that I think was like a jump promo. That or Ouroboros were both jump promos, I believe, like over in for the manga over in the OCG. DD Lily, or Lithly, DD now Night Howling up here. Then you also have DDD, well, that's Night Howling. That thing looks so cool. I wish that was a holo. And Lithely's pretty good, but DD Salvant Galileo, DDD Salvant Kepler, DDD Abyss King Ragnarok, DDD Supreme King Kaiser. That's a print I don't think we actually have over here. DDD Proud Ogre. DD Proud Ogre. I always get confused with DDs and D. DD Proud Chivalrar. Actually, I have the OCG printing of that card. That came out of, I think, the structure deck originally. Dark Arm Dragon, or DD Dark Arm Dragon. Imagine if it was that. Dark Grepher. This card actually needed a reprint. The commons and supers of this card are like $4 or $5, so that's a good reprint. Armageddon Knight, good card. Transarch Fiend was actually like a $3-4 common, so that's a good reprint there, just in general. Kari Bandito. Somebody out there, please send me a Kari Bandito. I've been wanting one for 3 years. I've always wanted a Kari Bandit that says Kari Bandito, literally. I just like the name Bandito. So Kari Bandit, or please somebody send me a Kari Bandito. Stygian Street Patrol, good card. Stygian Security. Don't know why they're in there, but I can understand Stygian Street Patrol, but not Security really, but whatever. Then we have a new card with Dark Yamakai, I believe that's his name. He came out like years ago. And then you also have, oh, that's Darkblader. That's Darkblader and the dragon he rides. I forget the name, but yeah, that's interesting. But Dark Contract with the Yamakai. That's a new card. DDD Contract with the the Gate, my bad. Dark Contract Swamp King. Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. Foolish Burial, always a good reprint. Never to complain about that. 1-for-1. Allure of Darkness, that's a very good reprint ever since Allure has been back to 3. Even the supers that recently came out are going for like $2 or $3. So, more Allure of Darkness, the merrier. That's what I say. Dark Eruption. Emergency Provisions. DDD Pre-roll? DD pre-roll? I think this is actually a new card. I think that some of these traps are pretty new. Yeah, DD Recruits. DDD, I have to look at them. Human Resources. Dark Contract with the Witch. I think this was already printed, but I could be wrong. Dark Contract with Errors. Contract Laundryan. That's kind of funny that they have the king from like Royal Oppression and all those other things. Not Royal Oppression. Imperial Order. That's kind of interesting they have that. Then you have Sinister Yoshido. I don't know why that's printed. Escape from the Dark Dimension. Always a good card, but not so much in this deck. And actually, this card is actually a pretty good reprint because it's like a $3 common or rare, I think it is. Hope for Escape. People remember back in the day, Hope for Escape Exodia. Yeah, I'm happy this card got a reprint. Maybe I'll build Exodia, like Hope for Escape Exodia. Who knows? And then also you get DDD Wave King Caesar, based off, I guess, Emperor Caesar. But the deck has a lot of good cards in it. You're not going to be able to build the deck straight up with 3 structure decks like the Monarch structure deck, or pretty much, you know, like the ABC structure deck. You're going to have to spend probably like $50, $60. Probably more than that, because Crystal Wing is like, what, 55, 60 now? Something like that. So, yeah, you got to spend a pretty penny to play this deck. But it also comes with 2 good reprints, which I think are Hope for Escape, and it also comes out with Allure of Darkness, which just is a good card in general to have. So you'll get a playset of Allure of Darkness out of this, which is pretty good, and that's good trade bait in general. So yeah, I'm very happy it finally came out after 2 years, like a year and a half, excuse me. It's been over a year, I think, now. But yeah, finally it's out on the TCG. I will be playing it, and when the ban list eventually does come out, I'll try to get some of my friends to profile their builds of DDDs. I'm not a master of DDDs. I'm still learning the deck, but I look forward to playing it because it's really cool, and I've seen all the combo plays, and I've played it before the structure deck came out, but not since. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see all of you guys next time, and go DDDs, and go Reggie from Arc 5. Or Regi, I believe his name is. Kind of like Seto Kaiba.